In a competition that started off quite slowly when it comes to clears in the jump-off, we eventually finish with a very, very handsome number of 10 riders in tonight's jump-off. It will start with Mariano Martinez Bastida, and it will go all the way down to Simon de Lestre, the Frenchman, the only French rider to make it into the jump-off tonight. And because of that, things are getting very, very exciting for the home fans. They had waited a very long time to finally have a French rider make it in. And now Simon de Lestre on Cayman Jolly Jumper will be the final rider to compete in the jump-off and will carry with him the hopes of every single French man and woman inside this arena here tonight. Harry Smolders, Monaco, a former LGCT season champion. He will look to try and stop things. How was that shot of the Cannes Bay to look at how beautiful that coastline looks like? We are going to get some reaction from some of the riders throughout the night, and we will be bringing in a Dutchman, Jur Vrieling, into the ring and into the studio as well to give us some thoughts and some reaction as to what takes place in the jump-off throughout these 10 riders' rounds. For now, let's start with some of that reaction as promised, and let's hear from Max Watchman.
Max, your first LGCT Grand Prix and your first LGCT Grand Prix clear. Give us your emotion.
Yeah, I know it's an amazing feeling to jump clear. Lexington, my horse, he jumped amazing. Really happy with how the horse has developed with me over the last few months, and no, I'm thrilled.
Obviously, Lexington has jumped at this level before in Valkenswaard 2023 with Abdul Saeed. How much has his experience helped you develop as well?
Yeah, no, Abdul did an incredible job producing him. Abdul's been great. He's always given me advice when he sees the horse, and if he ever thinks there's something I need to work on or whatever, he gives me plenty of advice, and yeah, no, it's great.
So now a chance to go for broke in the jump-off. What has Jos said to you? What's the plan? Have you got a strategy yet?
We actually haven't gone through the jump-off. We walked it quickly before the first round because even though it was unexpected, you never know. But we'll have a look at the jump-off now again and make a plan.
Max, well ridden and good luck.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
What an exciting moment for this young man. Max Watchman and Lexington will be competing in tonight's jump-off. A huge occasion and a nice way of describing it from Dan Strange. Go for broke. Why not? Going up against some of the best riders in the world. You are young, you are exciting. Perhaps the odds are against you. Go for broke, Max Watchman, to see if and when you can make history tonight and win the LGCT Grand Prix of Cannes. Sophie Hennis, no stranger to this studio, no stranger to this tour. In fact, last year was very much part of the overall championship story for a huge part of the season, has now found some sensational form, and she too will be in tonight's jump-off with My Prince. Let's hear from the German rider. This is Sophie Hennis.
Sophie, another clear at this level for you. Iron Dame's My Prince seemed a little bit calmer tonight going into the ring. How did the round go?
Yes, he was jumping brilliantly. He was calmer today. We got a bit used to the warm-up, but yeah, we also worked a few times today on the warm-up to just get him settled, get him comfortable, and this worked good. So I'm very happy and delighted with our round.
So now going into the jump-off, you've been in an LGCT Grand Prix jump-off before. What's the strategy? Have you even been through the course yet?
Yes, of course. The strategy is, of course, clear and fast. We try our best and see where we can end up.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Always has a very big smile on her face, and I really like that about Sophie Hennis. She simply enjoys what she does, and she is sensationally good at what she does, and that's what makes her such a dangerous combination. Sophie Hennis and My Prince will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll be fifth to go in tonight's jump-off. We are going to welcome Jur Vrieling into the studio a little bit later on. The Dutchman will be joining us to give us some reactions, some thoughts, some live comments as to what takes place during the jump-off. It'll be nice to hear from him what we can expect in tonight's jump-off. But we continue to get some reaction from those riders that have competed in round one and successfully dominated the course, delivering a clear and therefore giving themselves the opportunity to jump in that second round. These are the thoughts of Neil Ferron.
Neil, are you surprised going clear in a five-star Grand Prix here, in an LGCT Grand Prix here?
Yeah, absolutely. The horse jumped amazing, so it was a surprise, but I was quietly confident. He's an amazing horse, So these fences aren't that big for him, but they are for me.
Where was it most challenging for you?
From the beginning, I guess. No, I think the combination was tough, tight out of the turn, 2 big oxers, short coming out, but he did that amazing, and a lot of it felt quite comfortable for him.
You and Deestra Riley, who normally rides the horse, have been trying to get a view of the jump off. Have you got a thought of how you're going to go about it?
I'm going to have a look at it and then make a plan. I'm a little bit in the line to go, so we might have judge and see what's happening.
Neil, I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Neil Ferran will be in the ring just after Sophie Hennis. He'll be the 6th rider in the jump-off. They're giving us some thoughts and some reaction to Dan Strange after that wonderful performance from himself and Derry Glen Othello, his horse. We continue with the reaction. Lorenzo Duca, a Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix winner from Valkenswaard last season. Once again in the jump-off, once again with an opportunity to find himself winning on the LGCT stage. Can tonight be yet another success for the Italian? These are the thoughts of Lorenzo Duca.
Lorenzo, Japaloop's form at the moment is just getting better and better. How does the horse feel?
It feels amazing, like every round is jumping amazing. Still young horses, boots behind, such a good horse to jump in those big classes so easily, like he always did in his life. So I'm really, really proud of him.
Yesterday we had a long conversation about the floodlights. What was it like to jump out there under them, and did you feel it lifted you and him?
He is very comfortable. He has quite a lot of experience already under the lights. I know him since he's 7, so I know him very well. And yeah, today he proved again that nothing scares him, and he's at the top form.
A win at this level in Valkenswaard last year, but you've never podiumed in Cannes in an LGCT Grand Prix. How do you change that tonight?
Yeah, I will try my best. Yeah, like I said, he's in form. Let's see in a few minutes.
Good luck.
So those are the thoughts of Lorenzo Duca, and we now find ourselves alongside Jur Freeling, who's come into the studio to give us some reaction and help us in the jump-off as well. Before we start with the jump-off, before we start with the 10 riders that we have to look forward to, Jur, give me a thought on how it went there today. Round 1 looked very challenging.
Yeah, I think so. It was quite a big and tough round. It was high enough, really high. But in the end, I think they had some really good riders clear.
What was so challenging about round 1? We saw some top names finding it difficult. Can you give me some areas? What was really was really difficult?
I think for sure the oxes were wide. Everything was high enough. It was technical enough. The crown here goes a little bit down to one corner. It's not totally straight, so that makes sometimes for the horses a little bit more difficult hill up or hill down. They run a little bit faster. That was maybe also making it more difficult.
Did you walk the jump-off before the first round?
No, I never do that.
You never do that? Tell us why you don't do that.
I'm afraid it brings unluck. I
really?
Did it one time and I went down.
So that's the thing, you never walk the jump-off in round 1?
But I have some people who do, so I always go then and ask them.
Yeah? Okay. Did you speak to anyone about the jump-off? What did they explain?
No, not. I just watched the jump-off myself.
Yeah.
It's going to be challenging.
Okay. Talk to me about the 10 riders that find themselves in. Have you identified who you think is perhaps going to be quite dangerous on this list?
Yeah, I think certainly the last 2 riders. I'm a really fan of Harry Smolders, so I hope he's going to win it.
Yep.
But I think the French crowd will for sure hope for Simon de Lestre.
Yeah.
And I think there are also the 2 fastest horses, so I think it's going to be really, really exciting till the end.
Okay, well, according to your Freeling, perhaps we need to look only at the last 2. Harry Smolders and Monaco, and Simon de Lestre and Cayman Jolly Jumper. Those 2 seem to be the favorites. We start in the jump-off. Mariano Martinez Bastida is the first rider in. You can hear the energy, you can hear the music. He is in the ring. The first of 10 riders begins now in the second round of the jump-off. Jur Freeling's going to hang around. He's going to give us some thoughts, give us some reaction. Let's join Bastida. This is the first of 10 riders in tonight's jump-off.
Well, here we go. The jump off tonight after a quite epic first round is no doubt going to be a marvellous occasion. 10 combinations to come forward. 8 nations represented with the pair for Ireland and the pair for the Netherlands. Now the trailblazer trying to enter the winner of Sergio Alvarez Moya here in 2017. We welcome the winner of the Prix GCTV last night. Mariano Martinez Bastida will launch us into action. Jupp is on the course. The right-hander back to the GC Oxer is solid. Mariano then carves down to the wall with a pole on top. Fence number 4. It's a very good line he cuts then over the vertical to get into this double combination on a very nice angle. The first split anticipated. Mariano. No, it was a very good turn, but just a little bit flat, I think, on the takeoff point. There is a penalty. Well, this man has had a sensational week. He won the GCL with Sancho Paris alongside Max Watchman and Duarte Seabra 2 nights ago. He won last night, and he delivered the first clear.
Mariano Martinez Bastida has a fence down. He stops the clock in 42.52. Maybe just too much blood. You're trying to be too aggressive.
He lost a little bit of the control in the curve there, but okay, he had a hell of a weekend. He won everything, I think.
It's been an amazing weekend for him, hasn't it been?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yesterday, first rider in, winning directly. He was now really on the spot. Went a little bit out of the curve to the vertical, and yeah, pity.
What can we learn from 42.52?
I think it can go faster, but he started already 7 from 1 to 2 and then to number 3 again 7. So he was already quite in the time, I think.
Okay, well, let's see. Zoe Conter, the next rider in the ring. The time to beat, 42.52. And she must go clear to take the lead.
Now Zoe Conter, dad Stefan watches on. His daughter with his outstanding H5 Cacophony to win her first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix in her young career at 26 years of age. Silky turn down to the GC Oxer, and Zoe then compresses H5 Cacophony's stride effectively down to the wall. 0.71 down, yes, on Mariano, but very good turn set. Zoe Conter down to the double combination. H5 Cacophony is swiftly exiting, and now this critical turn will go inside, back to this penultimate vertical. Zoe Conter has ridden a sublime round once again. The opening double clear, surely no, denied. Well, you've got to feel for Zoe Conter. She is becoming a world force, as we saw.
Unfortunately for Zoe Conter, the final fence going down, she was quite a bit slower at 46.8. But for a young rider, you're still to make it into jump-offs, to compete at this level, she must surely be satisfied.